Yo, what is up, Foxies? It's me, Foxpower here. This is my second channel. Today we're actually going to talk about the voting results for the champion update and thematic revamp for, drumroll please, Skarner. Honestly, super excited for what they're actually going to bring up with Skarner, because Skarner is a pretty interesting champion, and I think for the thematic, they could definitely do way more for it. So your votes are in. Skarner and Gothic are the winners of Season 22 polls. Skarner, the Crystal Vanguard. With the decisive victory, the champion will receive the next... The champion that will receive the next VGU will be Skarner. So the votes are 33.4% for Skarner. I voted for Nocturne, because I think Nocturne definitely deserves something. But, hey, Skarner, definitely getting some love, and I love that. So let's go through what they have to say about it. Loads of you gave the Rifts 1 and only Scorpion some love this time around. Skarner stood head and shoulders. Do Scorpion even have soldiers? Above the other contenders, claiming the top spot in the global polls by a wide margin. Ryan Re 3, Mireless, lead producer of Champions. We're excited that Skarner won the VGU vote, as we think he has tons of potential to be something truly special on the league roster. We've tried smaller reworks of Skarner's kit in the past, but it never really increased his play rate. So we'll be looking to do a massive reboot of his kit, theme, and visuals, similar to Scion and Urgot. We'll look to keep his kidnapping in some form, but otherwise we'll be rebuilding him from the ground up. The Brackern don't have tons of lore currently. We're looking forward to diving deeper into their world and backstory. It'll still be a couple months until we get started, but once we do, we'll share our progress in depth vlogs, and so we can get your feedback on our Scorpion friend. So keep an eye out for one of those later this year. Before I go, I wanted to talk about our forever bridesmaid, Shyvana. We know a lot of you are disappointed that our favorite half-dragon lady keeps getting so close to winning without ever taking the crown. Like many of you, we really want to see her updated because of the badass half-dragon shifter has so much potential, and as you know, we don't vote for every VGU like with Mundo. So while we can't promise that Shyvana will be the next VGU, we do. She is pretty strong contender for the next one we explore outside of a VGU vote. Be sure to keep an eye out for updates on Skarner's VGU this year, and we'll be sure to share any plans for updating other champion as they come up. Getting Gothic. So this is about the Gothic theme. Similar to the VGU poll, the skin from the thematic revamp poll resulted in a landslide victory for Gothic in every region. Infernal came in a distant second, with Arclight hot on its trail. That kind of sucks. I wish, honestly, that either Arclight or Infernal won, but let's go over it, what they have to say about it. Please leave all overcoats, canes, and top hats with the doorman, because we're about to get Gothic. We're excited to see this level of former emo kits excitement, and can't wait to deliver this angsty thematic. We haven't visited the Gothic thematic in a minute, and much like emo, we're glad it's not dead. Oh shit, that's fucked. We're really excited at how... Oh, okay, as in the trend. We're really excited at how our middle school aesthetic might look in current league, and there are a bunch of different directions we could take it. We've started exploring some of them already. Sorry. We started exploring some of them already, as we're well into the discovery progress, from cute and spooky to serious and dark. There are so many shades of black for us to try on. Our next steps are identifying what feels really good about the existing Gothic skins, and which direction what we'd like to move in for the new skins. We'll check back on things later, but for now, we're looking forward and approaching this thematic with a sense of poise and rationality. From everyone on the team, a huge thank you for your votes, feedback, and enthusiasm for the future of League. It's always exciting to hear all your thoughts and be able to incorporate them into the game. So that's all we have. Honestly, I can't wait for Skarner rework. I did have a pretty cool concept that I will want to show you to you guys. So let me show that to you guys, and after that, we'll end the video.
Damaging all. Hi, and welcome back to another fan-made champion rework. Last time, I remade Nocturne, which was met with a very surprising amount of reception, and reading all of your responses with thoughts and feedback has been really great, so thank you all. This time around, I've remade Skarner, which also happens to be one of the champions that were available to vote for in the poll regarding the upcoming rework, and so he is indeed in need of some love. And since so many people have been requesting another rework, here it is. So last time I based the concept off of somebody else's, but this time I decided to create my own. And I did so by reading the lore and drawing inspiration from that. And here it is. My main gripe with the current look of Skarner is that he's a bit too skinny for my liking. And considering that he's called the Crystal Vanguard, I wanted to bulk him up a bit. What's immediately noticeable about this concept is that this is not the head shape that's ended up being in the final look. This is because I thought it looked fine in 2D, but as I was sculpting it, I just kept hearing Patrick from SpongeBob say, "Who you calling Pinhead?" So I scrapped it. The reason for this head shape to begin with was due to the fact that in his lore, it is mentioned quite extensively that Skarner digs a lot, and I wanted to have a drill shape to emphasize that. But I instead moved that shape down to his chin, which not only just flat out looked better, but it also stayed more true to his original design. Additionally, in his original kit there are some elements of electricity, and I decided to take that further with this rework. My idea was to have a bunch of crystals around his body that would act as conductors that carry the electrical current from the main crystal on his back, known as the namestone in his lore, out to other body parts whenever he would cast spells. So, with the visual changes out of the way, here are my ideas for a reworked kit. Skarner's passive is Energized Namestone. Passively, whenever Skarner leaves combat with an enemy champion that lasted longer than 5 seconds, he permanently gains a small amount of armor or magic resist depending on what the primary source of damage during that encounter was. If it was magic, he'll gain some magic resist, and if it was physical, he'll gain some armor. If Skarner leaves combat by dying against an enemy champion, he'll gain an increased amount of armor or magic resist. Additionally, Skarner gains electricity, which is a secondary resource other than mana, from moving around. Once he reaches 100 electricity, he will become energized. This causes his next basic ability to be empowered, and whilst in combat against enemy champions, Skarner gains slightly more electricity from moving around. Skarner's Q is Crystal Claws. Skarner slams the ground beneath him, damaging all enemies. Hitting at least one enemy with this ability reduces its cooldown slightly, stacking up to 3 times. If Skarner is energized, the slam will be slightly larger, apply a slow, and also electrify the ground beneath him, dealing damage to all enemies for a short while. Next up, his W, Electrical Exoskeleton. Skarner gains a short burst of movement speed and a shield. Additionally, he increases the amount of electricity he gains for the next 3 seconds. If he's energized, the duration of the spell will be increased, and also he will reduce all damage taken from the front by 20%. His E is Crystalline Stinger. Skarner fires a thin jolt of energy that damages all enemies and causes all enemy champions to be marked. If Skarner auto-attacks marked enemies within a short window, he will stun them and regenerate 20 electricity. When he's energized, the length of the jolt, duration of the mark, and duration of the stun will all be increased. Finally, we have Bracken Abduction. Skarner does a short dash and strikes with the stinger, impaling the first enemy struck and burrowing down on the ground with them. For a short duration, Skarner can then recast this ability to appear with the impaled enemy at target location. The enemy is suppressed for the entire duration. Skarner also gets energized after unburrowing. However, if Skarner doesn't hit an enemy, he will not burrow on the ground and he doesn't get energized. So, that's my suggestion for a reworked Skarner. I tried to stay true to his original kit and visual design,
So yeah, that was pretty awesome, honestly. Very well designed. I just wanted to show this off to you guys. For the people that don't really know what Skarner looks like or whatever, what he does. This is a fan-made rework. He is a jungler and he's very outdated. Honestly, he doesn't work that well, and I think they could do more to him. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the Skarner rework and the Gothic thematic rework as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.